food delivery instead of cooking, convenience fees, impulse upgrades, cheap subscriptions that add up quietly. Each one feels reasonable. Together, they remove control. And when control disappears, money starts to feel heavy again. Saving feels fragile. Planning feels stressful. Unexpected expenses feel threatening. That's not a motivation problem, it's a system problem. The goal here is not to eliminate enjoyment. Restriction without understanding always backfires. The goal is awareness, because awareness restores choice, and choice restores control. Here's a simple way to approach this. 3 steps. Step 1. Stop calling small purchases harmless. Harmless doesn't mean neutral. Instead of asking if something is cheap, ask this: does this make my month feel tighter? Not can I afford it, but does this reduce my margin? That question changes how your brain evaluates small decisions. Step 2. Protect calm before comfort. Small purchases often buy short-term comfort, but they trade long-term calm. So don't ask if you deserve it. Ask if it will make the next few weeks feel easier or heavier. Your nervous system understands that language. Step 3. Choose one category to tighten. Not everything. One place where money leaves automatically. Food delivery, daily convenience spending, subscriptions. The goal isn't elimination, it's intention. Intentional spending feels different. It feels controlled, and control changes your relationship with money. Here's the shift most people miss. Big purchases rarely hold people back long-term. They're visible. They force reflection. Small purchases stay hidden, and hidden habits quietly determine outcomes. If you feel like you're always restarting, if progress never sticks, if saving feels fragile, the problem is usually small, not big. Small decisions compound quietly toward stress or toward stability. Before investing, before optimizing, before scaling income, you need margin. And margin is built where money leaks daily. Once margin exists, everything else becomes easier. Saving feels meaningful. Planning feels possible. Unexpected expenses feel manageable. That's the foundation. Not wealth, stability. Because stability is what allows growth to last. If you want help turning this awareness into daily structure, the link to 30 Days to Build Wealth Habits is in the description. It's a guided challenge to build money habits that actually last. You don't need to cut everything. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to notice what's quietly holding you back. Most of the time, it isn't the big things. It's the small ones you stopped seeing.
Small purchases feel harmless. They don't trigger panic. They don't create guilt. Most of the time, they barely register. A coffee on the way to work, delivery instead of cooking, a small upgrade, a subscription you forgot you signed up for. None of these feel like the reason you're stuck. And that's exactly why they matter more than big purchases. Because big purchases are obvious, small ones are invisible. And invisible habits shape your financial life more than dramatic decisions ever will. Most people are careful with big expenses. They slow down, they compare options, they hesitate. Big purchases create friction. Small purchases do the opposite. They slide through your day without resistance. If that sounds familiar, this isn't a discipline problem, it's a psychology problem. This channel is for people who want to understand that difference. If that's where you are, you can follow this channel. Here's what's really happening. Your brain doesn't track money logically. It tracks money emotionally. It responds to relief, comfort, and safety. And small purchases often provide quick relief. They save time,
They reduce friction. They feel like a reward after effort. Because the cost feels low, your brain doesn't treat it as a trade-off. There's no pause, no internal debate, no sense of what you're giving up. And because of that, the behavior repeats, not once, daily. That's the part most people miss. Big purchases happen occasionally, small purchases happen constantly, and behavior is shaped by repetition, not size. Here's another blind spot. Your brain is good at noticing sudden losses. It's terrible at noticing slow leaks. Money leaving slowly doesn't trigger alarm. It creates adaptation. You adjust your expectations downward without realizing it. You feel a little tighter, a little more stressed, a little more reactive, but never enough to stop and reset, until one day that pressure feels normal. That's the real cost of small purchases, not the money itself, the loss of margin. Margin is what gives you calm. Margin is what lets you absorb surprises. Margin is what allows planning instead of reacting. And small purchases quietly eat margin first. This is why many people feel stuck even when their income increases. They earn more, they pay the big bills, they don't feel reckless, yet nothing builds. At the end of the month, there's no breathing room, not because of one bad decision, but because of dozens of small ones that never felt important enough to question.